Have you ever engaged in something with your body that seemed perfectly ordinary, only to discover down the line that it was quietly inflicting harm? Well, today I'd like to softly inquire, are you handling your penis in a manner that nurtures its well-being, or are you gradually undermining it without a clue? Hello, I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and for more than 20 years I've worked as a urologist, assisting men beyond 50 in safeguarding, mending, and regaining their intimate wellness. And the insights I'm going to reveal could catch you off guard, since so many routines that sabotage erections appear entirely benign. In this video, I'll guide you through 10 everyday actions that men take with their penis unwittingly, ones that can steadily impair blood circulation, nerve activity, and self-assurance. By the time we wrap up, you'll have a clear grasp of precisely what to steer clear of and what adjustments to implement in order to shield your prowess and vigor. Let's dive into the initial error: donning tight underwear throughout the entire day. You could think that form-fitting briefs or supportive compression gear are benefiting your physique by holding things in place. Yet, what seems like a helpful embrace might actually be inflicting subtle damage all day long. When your underwear squeezes too much, it squeezes sensitive blood vessels and restricts airflow, fostering a humid, confined space around your groin area. And for the penis and testicles, that retained warmth turns into a major concern. You know, this region of your anatomy is designed to remain cooler than your body's core temperature. That lower warmth is essential, not merely for ease, but for generating hormones, maintaining sperm vitality, and sustaining erectile function over the long haul. When you remain excessively warm all day, your testosterone can begin to decline. Sperm viability gets challenged, and even your innate rigidity might start to wane gradually. And you may not spot the effects until much later, when achieving and holding firmness grows tougher, or when your overall energy and libido dip below what they once were. Among the easiest modifications you can adopt is opting for airy, roomier materials, such as cotton, and allowing your body to ventilate freely, particularly during sleep. Going to bed without constricting attire offers your whole lower area some relief, aiding in cooling the tissues and re-establishing equilibrium as you recharge. Imagine it as slipping your foot free from a snug boot after an exhausting day, only far more crucial. Mistake number 2. Remaining seated for extended periods without any motion. This habit creeps in on men, particularly those past 50. If the bulk of your day involves sitting, be it at an office desk, behind the wheel, or lounging on the sofa, you're exerting steady strain on the pelvic floor and nearby nerves. And if your sitting posture is off, with a forward hunch, clenched hips, and a compacted spine, that strain intensifies further. In the long run, it starts impacting the muscles and vessels that underpin robust erections and keen sensation. It's beyond mere ease. It's tied to oxygen delivery, nerve reactions, and tissue vitality. The more time you linger in that fixed pose without shifting, the lazier your blood movement turns. You could sense your legs growing leaden, your lower back stiffening, or in a quieter way, your erections lacking the strength or dependability of before. That's your system signaling, I require some activity. The encouraging part is that brief pauses yield big gains. Simply rising every hour, extending your hips and spine, or embarking on a quick stroll can revive circulation to your pelvis and rejuvenate your vitality. These modest practices act like a system tune-up, enabling your body to back you more effectively around the clock. Mistake number 3. Disregarding morning erections. Let's make this straightforward. Awakening with a solid erection isn't merely a haphazard occurrence. It's among the sharpest indicators that your physiology is operating optimally. Often dubbed morning wood, it's a straightforward indicator of solid testosterone, robust blood flow, and harmonious nerve communications. It's your organism's built-in assessment, verifying that the mechanisms are humming along fine. But what occurs if those morning erections cease appearing or happen less often? That's no detail to overlook. It might seem easy to dismiss it or attribute it to getting older. Yet a vanishing morning erection frequently signals one of the first alerts that an imbalance lurks. It could stem from tension, disrupted rest, inadequate circulation, or perhaps dietary factors or prescriptions. Your physique communicates via cues, not crises. And when firm mornings fade, it's a subtle nudge seeking notice. Rather than dreading it or harboring shame, view it as a useful alert. Begin tracking your slumber, your pressures, your exercise routine. Think about consulting an expert if the trend persists, since addressing it promptly makes restoration smoother. Morning erections aren't mere trivia. They offer a glimpse into your holistic condition. Mistake number 4. Overindulging in porn absent true engagement. This isn't a sermon on morality. It's a subdued dialogue on how your mind and form react to ongoing arousal lacking genuine interpersonal ties. When you depend extensively on visual media for climax, particularly if it's rushed, detached, and habitual instead of passionate, your neural pathways start adjusting. It hungers for freshness, quicker visuals, and heightened plots merely to hit prior thrill thresholds. Gradually, this relentless dopamine surge numbs your brain's reward zones. What once sparked you feels muted now. And in the instant of linking with an actual partner, whose caresses are unhurried, whose reactions are authentic and raw, you could struggle more to ignite, to maintain rigidity, or to remain wholly immersed. This might prove profoundly aggravating, even alarming. Plenty of men question their own wiring when in truth, their neural setup is just overtaxed and fatigued. The positive side is that the mind adapts readily. Much like any sinew, it rebounds. Pausing visual intake briefly, be it days or weeks, lets those dopamine pathways recalibrate. In that interval, shift your attention to tangible feelings, measured inhales, or tender contact, free of demands. You're not forfeiting anything. You're restoring acuity, concentration, and the capacity for profound closeness. Mistake number 5. Neglecting recovery, post-ejaculation. Ejaculation isn't solely an instant. It's a comprehensive physiological episode. Your pulse shifts, your pelvic sinews tense, your mind surges with compounds, and your nerves accelerate before decelerating. That's precisely why your immediate follow-through counts immensely. If you conclude and then flop into immobility, browsing your device, coiling up rigidly, or drifting off sans a breath or stir, you're trapping your form in residual strain. The pelvic base stays gripped, the nerves linger taut, and occasionally soreness persists. This holds extra weight with advancing years, when rebound demands extra tenderness. Akin to post-exertion wind-down, your frame craves a gentle taper. I suggest an uncomplicated sequence. After finishing, pause for profound breaths. Rise if feasible. Allow your hips a soft sway. Pace the space for a minute or two. Such minor motions aid in circulating new blood via your pelvis, loosening the sinews and settling the nerves into serenity. Certain men discover that hydrating lightly or rinsing swiftly aids reconnection. It's free of added stress. It's furnishing your framework with necessities for thorough, sound rebound across time. This practice bolsters your prostate, eases afterglow unease, and enhances forthcoming encounters. Mistake number 6. Indulging alcohol excessively or smoking sporadically. I encounter this frequently. It's merely a single drink, or I light up only under duress. And though I get that these patterns often emerge as coping for ease or mastery, their toll on your erotic wellness is far from innocuous, above all past 50. Booze, even modestly, briefly suppresses testosterone. It mutes your neural responsiveness and it parches your system. Tobacco, even occasional drags, narrows your vessels and diminishes nitric oxide, the exact element your form counts on for attaining and sustaining a potent erection. These shifts might start faintly. You may not link a weekend sip to subdued Saturday vigor, yet your physique tracks it. The upside is, you needn't adopt ascetic extremes. Merely dialing down a touch, lessening occurrences, selecting superior options, or devising fresh relaxation tactics can yield evident boosts in your flow and solidity. Your conduits are durable, your endocrines can rally, and numerous men are startled to learn that following just 1 month of lessened booze or tobacco, their drive, spirits, and bonds uplift beyond anticipation. It's not penalizing, it's rekindling aliveness. Mistake number 7. Shunning talks on sexual wellness. This could rank as the gravest oversight, not for its bodily toll, but for the secrets it buries. Far too many men shoulder quiet battles for ages. They detect shifts in their urge, acuity, or capacity to hold steady, and rather than voicing it, they withdraw. Perhaps shame grips them. Perhaps they deem it mere maturation, or fret their worries won't merit heed. But here's the reality. Your frame is addressing you, and commencing dialogue sooner streamlines authentic mending. A urologist isn't positioned to critique. We're placed to comprehend, to hear, to steer, to proffer remedies tailored to your spot. At times, a single candid exchange unlocks quests you've pursued. Matters resolvable via routine lab draws, minor routine tweaks, or refreshed self-maintenance. Seeking aid isn't frailty. Truly, soliciting assistance stands as a pinnacle of masculine fortitude. Mistake number 8. Leaning on medications sans habit shifts. This snare appears all too routinely. A fellow faces firmness challenges, so he grabs a tablet. It aids initially, then dosage escalates, then efficacy wanes, and abruptly he's tethered to drugs, yielding scant yields. Tablets were crafted to aid, not overhaul routes. They ease vessel dilation and boost short-term flux, yet they can't undo eras of wear from subpar eating, scant repose, puffing, strain, or perpetual purging. Your conduits live vibrantly. If they're rigid, swollen, or obstructed, no remedy globally eradicates that enduringly. And here's the unspoken verity. The greater your pill intake, absent foundational reforms, your patterns, the higher the odds your form grows defiant or erratic in replies. You could face amplified drawbacks or sense your solidity less potent or consistent. That's why I stress eternally. For genuine, enduring uplift, effort must delve further, nourish superiorly, slumber profoundly, amble further, quench amply, respire. With those bases firm, sporadic aids perform superiorly, and plentiful fellows ultimately forgo them entirely. It's free of reproach. It's recapturing inner might, choice by choice. Mistake number 9. Overlooking pelvic floor workouts. The pelvic base forms the concealed motor of masculine closeness, and vast men remain oblivious to its presence. These are the sinews nestled in your nether pelvis that uphold your bladder, your intestines, and indeed your erotic output. They aid in holding firm, mastering release, and amplifying feel. Yet across years, notably with prolonged seating, inert living, or untapped training, they commence enfeebling. Fortifying the pelvic base ranks as a premier potency for your output beyond 50. It demands no gym marathons. Initiate via basic respiration. Draw air to your abdomen, and upon outflow, softly elevate the sinews at your pelvis's root, like halting urinary stream. Sustain briefly, then let go. Such petite, deliberate acts, pursued routinely, foster neural links to your innermost essence. Incorporate mild hip extensions or mindful striding, and outcomes astonish. Fellows frequently note enhanced command, fiercer peaks, and amplified assurance, all from sinews they'd scarcely acknowledged. It's subdued labor, yet profoundly gratifying. Mistake number 10. Believing enhancement comes too tardily. Among convictions that tether men, this one wounds deepest and errs widest. The notion that post 50, 60 or 70 reverse impossible, that downturns fated, that closeness, might and assurance belong to yesteryear. Yet I'm positioned to affirm, drawing every shred of verity from my clinic, you're far from finished. Your frame retains responsiveness, your fabrics hold mendability, your conduits can reconstruct, your endocrines can realign, and your zest can wholly resurgence. It demands not flawlessness, but mindfulness, gentle mindfulness. It launches via spotting drifts and softly electing shifts. Perhaps it's an added 20-minute trek now. Perhaps it's swapping one dense repast for verdant sustenance. Perhaps it's launching a respiration ritual or opting self-compassion when plans veer. Mending seldom bursts with spectacle. Oft it glides in via modest deeds, iterated tenderly. You're not belated, you're precisely timely. And your tomorrow needn't echo yesterday. Each fellow I witnessed advance, be it endurance, output, or poise, began identically, with resolve to reject permanence's myth. Your ensuing arc can shine brightest should you embrace its feasibility. Let that script yours from this instant on. These 10 patterns may appear minor, yet cumulatively they mold all. Your drive, your output, your ties to self and companion. If one takeaway lingers from this video, let it be. Your penis isn't machinery. It's a vital limb of your being, meriting heed, nurture, and forbearance. And upon embracing that stance, your existence transforms wholly. Thanks for joining me today. Should this resonate, I urge subscribing. For on this channel, we delve men's wellness past 50 with candor, evidence, and profound honor for your path. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I affirm your prime eras await ahead. Nurture yourself. Until next time.